One day, I promise, I'm gonna come on this camera looking like something. But today is not one of them days, okay? And it's okay. I'm reading this book, Thinking in Systems. You screenshot it? I hope you did. You better roll the tapes back. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Lots of thoughts roaming through my head, and I don't really have the best ways to explain my process of thought at times. But I was just on Instagram when I'm supposed to be reading this book, girl. You can judge me in the comments, I know. And this is where the La La brain had me, okay? You can say whatever you want to say in the comments below. One of the girls grew up with, she often rants online about life and the state that she's in, and how she really just never, she never signed up for this. Like, she was just doing what was told for her to do by everyone else, and she's followed those rules, and she still ain't happy. She's still not satisfied. She still feels this lull. That's the best way I can describe it. This is my words, not hers. In her soul, for the way that her reality is molding and is shaping. And I can't help but think about this book, Thinking in Systems, and realizing that, yes, we are trapped in a lot of ways. And I say that with a smile, like, what the fuck? It's kind of weird, but we're trapped in a lot of ways to do the ordinary, the status quo of you go to school, you get your degree. Once you get your degree, you get you a job, and you work the job. And so many of the people, like, even I think about this for myself, like, so many people that I know in my life and the way they've aged, the way that they progressed, it's been a marathon, as far as one day after another, and the days, it's like they look the same for a lot of people. There's not a lot of variety within the way that they live. And for a lot of, I'm not going to say a lot of people, but for the people that I know, the roles in which they have, they aren't life-changing. And I don't say that to be disrespectful or rude or anything, but the roles that they take on and they have essentially signed up for are roles they've garnered lots of experience in, and still their life looks very similar to where their life was years ago, if not on the decline. And that's something to speak to for a whole society, right? But also, I think it goes into this idea of this mental state that a lot of people may get trapped in with life. And it's like, we have obligations and we have things we gotta do every day, and in order to make sure that we are living and being able to maintain our lifestyle and the things that we have. And a lot of times those things don't put us consistently putting energy and effort into those things don't manifest anything substantial in the long term. And some people, they realize that, and they're okay with it. They've accepted it. And some people are really frustrated by it, because we've also, as a society, been conditioned to be hopeful for the future, hopeful for what is to come, when all of our life effort and energy is said and done. Like, when is the finish line, essentially? When is the finish line? And there we have it. There we have it. The living in the daily doesn't reflect the actual heart desire. And we've convinced ourselves, due to society, due to all these, honestly, these fake ass, like they're fake. We've all made them up. And certain people, the elders, have made it so the people that are maybe my age, a little younger, there's some who don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, thinking in systems, you have to understand this is just one system. And so we are in this system, but we can also operate as a system within it. And then we do that, we start to garner ourselves a little more freedom. We start to garner ourselves a little bit more time and heart space to do exactly what it is that we want. But we have to organize. And we have to see the world for what it is. We can't be so frustrated within our reality that we don't see the opportunity within it. And I don't remember what I was watching or what I was absorbing, I'll say. I'm just gonna say that. But it was talking about how I wish I could find this, because I really don't remember the exact quote, but essentially what they were saying is your circumstances are your advantage. Your circumstances are your advantage. And the moment we begin to start looking at life through that lens, through the lens of, wow, this is not what I want. Point blank, period. I know, because I was young, I was impressionable. All these people around me told me, hey, walk this path and you'll be straight, babes. You'll be straight. Just keep walking that path and you're gonna get there. One day you're gonna get there. One foot in front of the other. It gets better. And they used to say that in the Air Force all the time. It gets better. It gets better. And just thinking from my own personal experience with my life and the ebbs and flows of it all, because what we also have to remember and understand within all of this is a life journey and experience that our souls were sent on to go through the struggle and to allow the experiences to expand our heart, expand our frequency, expand our well for wisdom. There is something in me, direly in me, that sees, understands, and is so furious with the way of the world. But in the same vein, I am still so dependent on it. And my awareness of that is a part of the reason that I'm able to acknowledge the onus for peace within my heart, within my life, begins with me, within my locus, and within my own indigenous wisdom. And that indigenous wisdom is unlocked through lots of different things, through experiences, through stillness, through community, through connection with community, right? Through knowledge. Those keys begin to unlock, and things you realize you were here for a reason. And see, a lot of people, they say that, and some people don't believe it, and that's cool too. You don't have to believe what you don't feel called and pulled to within your spirit. Don't do that. Don't deny yourself in that way. But for me, what I know to be true within my heart, within my soul, is that this is an experience that I asked for, from a conscious space that I can't explain. I can't explain. I also know I'm a cosmic being. That's one of them things where it's just like I'm here for a reason. Everything in my reality is here to help me push forward. It's here to reveal things to me. And the more that I run from the very things that I can't stand, the less I will be transformed into the woman that I am to be. I don't know if that made any sense to anybody. Thinking in systems. I get out of all your boxes. I get out. You can't hold me in these chains. Father, free me from this bondage. Knowing my condition is the reason I must change. There's like, no more compromising. No more compromising. Don't compromise your desires. Don't compromise your vision. Don't compromise your soul's integrity for what someone else told you would be better for you. You don't know me like I know me. And a lot of that comes from, like, you really have to sit with self. You have to sit with yourself and understand the true nature of your being. The things that create fire within your spirit, within your soul. And not be afraid to pursue them relentlessly. And baby, I say that for you and for me, whoever's watching this. I say that for you and for me. Pursue the fire within your soul relentlessly, because it will not be easy. Life will continue to provide the struggles for you to learn, for you to grow, for you to evolve and transform this material world. Because we are all creators in our own right. Be open. Be furious. But also use that fury. Use that fury to transmute into creation, into opportunity, into freedom. And it's possible. It's so possible. And I'm saying that from a space in which I need to hear it more than I even need to express it and to share it with the world. But it's possible. And the more that we continue to focus on the aspects that of this world that don't resonate with us, the more we draw them in, believe it or not. So imagine more. Literally, best case scenario, meditate on it, align with it on an energetic level first, and just keep reminding yourself of where you're going from that internal eye first. Knowing that the world that we live in is not the world that we stay in. Everything is constantly changing, constantly evolving. You can see that day in and day out. You can see the need day in and day out. And so now the question is, how will we get there? How will we get there? What systems will we create to maintain and sustain us? Because there are certain things we cannot deny that we will need. And how are you and your tribe how are y'all building that? That's all for this. That's all for this. I got more, but I'm gonna do a whole nother video. Peace and love. Beautiful, beautiful souls. Till next time.